Okay. Oh, there we go. Now we have some sound.
Now we have sound.
I think
check.
so.
Yes. If you comment, can you hear us now?
Yeah, we have 4 watching it,
Oh,
including me.
yay. Somebody
Oh,
clapped.
nice.
She clapped. She's like, yeah.
We're good?
Yay. All right.
I think that's a hallelujah. We can hear it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hallelujah.
Clap or hallelujah. Either way. Woo.
Either way.
Welcome to Break Check, since you didn't hear the first time.
Got you licking chicken. I don't know what that means.
Looking chicken.
I have no clue.
Licking chicken.
Are they talking about Petey or pigeon?
He's not a chicken.
That's true.
It's a pigeon.
Maybe good looking.
He's a
good
pigeon.
looking chicken. I don't know.
Well, now that you can hear us, welcome to the show. Welcome to Break Check.
Hello, hello. Our first ever live stream, and we already had a technical difficulty. Yay.
Yeah. Well, we had one before we started.
That's true. Quite a big one.
Yeah. Our main power grid, Jen's laptop, was wanting to update, and it did not want to wait.
It did not.
Yeah.
It gave me the option to wait an hour before the stream was supposed to start.
Yeah.
Or to start immediately. So we barely got the update done before the stream. So
Yeah.
But-
We have a guest today.
I was gonna say, do you want to introduce our guest?
This is my wife, Erin. Say hi, Erin.
Hi.
I was gonna say, can you hear her okay, Jen? In the
Yeah,
mic?
I can hear her.
Okay. She is real, and she is not AI.
Unlike my wife,
Jen is AI.
Unlike me.
We determined that
That's why I'm on a separate screen.
many months
Because
ago.
I can't actually.
She's plugged in on her charging.
Yeah.
Hey, Merry Christmas!
Yes, Merry Christmas.
I know it's in 2 days. We're actually filming on the live day of we're filming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of this coming out a week from now, it's happening right now. So
So we have spent the last few months trying to train our brains how to think in the future,
uh-huh.
and
now
we're going to get all screwed up.
So now we have to think today.
Yeah.
Well, shall we jump right into topics? Do you have anything for us, or do you want to start with one of my topics there, bro?
Oh, either I have 3 to 5
Okay.
things that we could talk about. I mean, I don't know how long we're going to go live. We'll go live as long as people are watching, I guess,
Yeah. Why not?
or until my wife says we got to go shopping.
One of the two.
Yeah, one of the two.
Or we have another technical difficulty.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, did you check the heat sensitivity on your camera?
The heat sensitivity on the camera.
If you
has
don't
been set.
know, because we have a phenomenal editor who is Jen.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so the camera that we use for Jen likes to overheat. And so we have to
Sometimes.
change the heating setting, but you didn't know that till now.
Yeah,
And then
now
one
you do.
time I had to use puppets again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because the camera stopped working.
Mm-hmm.
It's
we
like,
keep the puppets in storage just for those
Just
type
for
of
those.
occasions.
Yeah. You know, I tried to prep Erin last night. I'm like, hey, there's going to be a particular question that all guests will be asked.
Oh,
I
that's
was like,
right.
so
You should.
I said, so think about this. I don't know. I'm sure she's been thinking about it, but I don't think she's going to have anything I don't know. So the question is, do you have any story, doesn't have to be you involved, do you have any story relating to poop and cars?
No.
Nothing at all?
You really don't.
I
yeah.
thought you were going to ask her the
I've got-
question of water.
Mm,
bowl.
I've got
No,
potty
yeah.
training question or answers from where we were potty training our boys and we had to like pull over constantly. And I've got youth camp stories of people not feeling well and having to pull over and then puke, but no poop stories.
no
Oh,
poop.
no.
Cars and puke
No
and
cars
babies and
puke.
poop.
Yeah.
All pretty normal stuff, I guess.
Pretty typical. Pretty typical.
Yeah.
So, Erin, what do you know about cars? What can you tell us about vehicles?
It has an engine. It has 4 wheels.
Uh-huh.
You push the right pedal to go really fast.
You don't have to go really fast.
No, you do.
You do.
Yes, you do.
You
have
got to
no
get where you're
choice.
going.
With her, you do.
Okay. Do you also have to brake really fast, or can you do that
No,
gently? Okay.
No,
She-
you don't brake fast. You just
No,
you
she
just
doesn't
go
check
fast.
brakes. She
So-
checks throttle.
Maybe that's what we should have called it. Check throttle.
Throttle check. What was your very first car? Do you remember?
Well, we borrowed my parents' cars for a while. And then my sister had a little Ford Escort.
Mm-hmm.
And when she bought a new car, I got that one. Or I bought that one from her. It had the little seatbelt thing that went up, the electric seatbelt thing.
Oh, like when you shut the
But
door?
yeah,
yeah,
and
They
then it
trapped
stopped
you in?
working, so we had to unbuckle it and buckle it this way.
Oh.
So that way, or the seat you couldn't get out because it wouldn't go anymore. It was a stick shift.
Yeah, my wife can drive a manual, so just
And
Oh,
it makes you feel
in
like you're a
this-
race car driver.
today's
and then you
culture,
have to go faster because you're a race car driver if you have a manual.
I know this might blow your mind, but the throttle is variable. You don't have to
Nope.
use
It wouldn't let
No.
you go all the way to the floor if it wasn't supposed to go all the way to the floor. I mean, they'd have a tamper on
Why
it.
would why would that be
would
an
they
option?
let it go all the way to the
Right.
floor if you weren't supposed to?
See what I'm dealing with? What's
I
your
mean-
favorite vehicle you've ever owned then?
Our Ford Excursion.
Ford Excursion. His name was Bronson.
Bronson.
Man,
Nice.
that thing was a
That thing was
beast.
a beast. I
The
just like
only-
the fact that was the biggest vehicle you could drive without having to upgrade your license. So
Yeah, because of the weight and size.
It
Uh,
was right on the edge, though.
it was.
Yes. The largest, if you don't know what a Ford Excursion is, they were made from 2000 to 2005. And it was a little bit longer and wider and taller than the Suburban. It's the largest manufactured vehicle. And I think we mentioned, I don't know, it was months ago, but where they actually, after the first year, they found out that they were so big and heavy that they were driving over cars when they were getting in accidents.
That's why I liked it. No, I'm just kidding. I
And
could just
so-
get where I was going. I didn't need to wait for
So they put a
people.
steel
Right.
beam under the front end of it, so if it rear-ended a car, it wouldn't drive up over it.
Hmm.
But it was the one that we had. Unfortunately, was not a diesel.
Right.
It had the 6.8 liter V10, and it got 7.8 miles to the gallon.
It was terrible.
Rough.
So with the 55-gallon tank, it was
Wow.
You
Yeah.
could drain the gas tank with one drive to the store if I was driving, because you know the gas pedal goes all the way to the floor.
You see, I feel like what we need to do is design a stopper for people like you.
yeah. I need to get like a bump stop,
Yeah.
like a suspension bump stop, and put it
No.
under the gas pedal.
Yeah. Now full throttle is 50% throttle.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Anita said Erin's first car that she bought was a Chevy Cavalier.
Yes, my first car that I bought by myself was a Chevy
Yeah.
Cavalier.
Not
Oh,
her
nice.
first car.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
First
first car
car
that she
I
bought.
actually purchased
Yeah.
was the Chevy Cavalier.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So you
Yeah.
went from Ford to Chevy, right?
Mhm.
Well, you
I'm
have
not a brand loyal person.
no,
It's
but
just like whatever.
Mhm.
And whatever I
Whatever
could
works.
afford at the time. And it was cute.
Yeah.
What
Fair enough.
works.
It's a 4-door little cute car.
I have had a Chevy Cruze, so they're not. It wasn't a bad car. It had disc brakes in the rear, and for it being a 2009, I think it was,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, really, disc brakes, but or not disc brakes. Sorry, drum brakes. I misspoke. there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. So I
Yeah.
was just like playing along like I knew what they were from the beginning.
I know, we're like,
Speaking-
uh-huh.
Yeah, disc brakes, sure.
That's how I'm at it every podcast. I'm like, uh-huh.
Everything, like I talk trucks because here in like 5 months I'll be in the market for getting a new truck,
Mm-hmm.
and so I've been talking about that a lot lately. I was
Right.
talking about it on the drive over here, and I always see Erin's eyes just sort of glaze over.
Well, he
She's
tries
like,
to show me
I just have to
pictures, too,
entertain this guy. Just
But
listen.
vehicles and pictures look way different than they do in person.
They do.
So he shows me a picture, and I'm like, "That's okay." And then I see it in person. I'm like, "I don't really like that." And he's like, "But you said you liked it from the picture." I'm like, "It's a picture. I got to see the thing in person."
Bro, I showed her
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
C7 Corvette
Uh-huh.
in person, and she's
Right.
like, "That's all. That's my favorite Corvette." I was like, "Cool, that's mine too." And then a few days later, I was looking through pictures of something, and I see a C7 Corvette that was like modified. It looked really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Hey, check out this Corvette." She's like, "Ew." I'm like, "It's the exact same car that you said you
It
loved
looks
yesterday."
completely
But it was-
different in a picture.
But it was also modified.
No, like it had different paint job on it,
Oh,
kind
okay.
of thing. It wasn't.
Okay.
It just looks.
It wasn't like a
different.
body kit or anything. It looked like the same car.
Yeah.
I
Gotcha.
will say that, like, this isn't car related, but when Jason and I were looking for houses, so the exact same house that we have, but it was flipped. And I'm like, I really don't like this house. I don't know. I don't like it. And then we went to the same house,
Yeah.
but it was flipped the other way. I'm like, wow, I really like this house. This is
It
great.
makes
And
a
Jason's like, it's the
difference.
same house. And I'm like, really? Yeah,
That's like-
Yeah,
exactly.
it's the
Yeah.
exact
That's like
same
that
one.
same thing about people. You look at yourself in the mirror your whole life, and then when you actually see a photo where it's switched,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
you see yourself the way other people see you, and you don't like it.
Yeah.
Right. You're like, something's off.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
One of
Yeah.
our kids realized that a few weeks ago,
Oh,
Yeah,
and he
the-
goes, "Is that what I really look like?"
There's a filter that inverts
He
your face.
hated it.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, he's probably not watching right now. Oh, we have 10 viewers.
Woo woo.
We do.
Oh, wow.
Woo.
All right.
Hey, if there's
welcome,
any-
welcome.
Well,
Yeah.
9 viewers. One of them's you.
One of them is me.
Maybe I should.
You saying
do
I'm a
it
nobody?
too, so we have
Saying I'm a
11.
nobody?
You're somebody.
Oh,
You're
thank you.
somebody to us.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
If there's any questions that any of you want to ask us, feel free to type it in the chat.
Indeed. Well,
Yeah.
I guess I can show you some pictures that I have.
Are they of houses
They
like switched around?
they are not.
Okay.
So, we'll see if you.
Are you gonna show us? Oh my goodness!
So, all right, I'm gonna turn on the.
Is that a
computer.
gladiator?
Did the screen turn on in there?
It did, yes.
All right. So this
Oh
is
yeah, this one.
this is a vehicle that Jen saw on her way to work a few weeks ago.
Oh, this is here local.
This is local,
This
Yeah,
is my favorite person right now.
right? I
I
mean, talk about the Christmas spirit,
I
Too
see
bad it's
him
not
almost
red.
every morning
Full-blown
going to
Christmas
work.
tree.
right?
Too bad it's not red.
I know, right?
But yeah, and we saw another
Is it-
one.
wait,
So
wait, is there
what?
something in the hitch to help support it?
I think the tree is in the hitch.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that's what's
okay.
happening here.
And he has
okay.
like ornaments and stuff all over it.
When the tree won't fit in your living room,
Yep.
put it in your truck.
Exactly.
That's,
Hey,
when I've got my trail rig next year,
hey, you know,
I want to do that.
like they say, you know,
A
little red truck hauling a Christmas
Oh.
tree.
Yeah.
Only this is a silver Jeep, but
Hey, I just want to point out that is a gladiator. Just
you're a Jeep person.
I love the glad. That's the one that if I could have any rig to be my overland rig, it would be a gladiator.
No,
Problem is, she hates them. They're hideous. It's about functionality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I told him he could get an El Camino. It's
Yeah,
about
be-
the same thing.
be,
doesn't have the
be an
ground clearance.
engineer, not an architect.
He
Yeah.
could get any vehicle and weld a
Hey,
bed onto the
It's
back.
what's
of
on the
it.
inside that counts.
I mean, technically, you're right. You could weld a bed onto anything. What you need to do is get an MR2 and then weld an F-150
There
bed
you
onto it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that will be a challenge one day.
I told her I could do it on the Crown Vic. Just cut the back end off, make
You-
a bed into it.
You could.
We could, but it
Very
doesn't
big
have the
ground
lockers. It doesn't
clearance.
have the solid front axle. It doesn't
Right.
have the ground clearance. Doesn't have the 4-wheel drive.
Well, let's pull up a different photo here. This is another local Jeep as well, actually.
Another. What do you know?
So
what is this one adorned with?
this one's got some two strategically
Couple-
placed
couple of
Christmas
these.
decorations. as
Oh,
well
I
as-
see. Jeez.
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
got some stockings hanging off the bumper. Got the Merry Christmas wreath in the back. Some candy canes on the
I
side.
bet those stockings are not that clean anymore.
No.
Probably
They probably have
not.
to switch them out every time they come
That's
home.
cool though.
We probably caught it on like the first day.
I would have hung them probably across the top of the tailgate or
Mhm.
across the back of the rack.
Right. You probably didn't want to like attach anything to the tailgate.
Well, I mean, you could put them on the rack.
That's
Yeah, you
true.
can put 'em
That's
on the
true.
rack.
There were better options.
There were better options. Unless he
Opportunity
hates the idea of stockings.
That's
He's like-
true. And he's just like, I don't care if they get
Yeah.
dirty. But yeah, those were a couple local vehicles. Are you interested in seeing any some I found online?
Yeah.
All
Are
right.
these all Christmas related vehicles?
They are Christmas
Sweet.
decorated
Sweet.
vehicles. So I thought this one was fun for Drum.
Yes. I don't know if he's
Oh.
watching right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
So if you remember Shrum, throwback episodes, Shrum was on a few of them,
Yeah.
and his first vehicle was this 1974 Super Beetle that we just rode that thing all over all over the city during high school. It wasn't that color, but man, we thought that thing was so cool.
Right.
And then looking back to what we had and what is available now, it
You're-
was not that cool.
Your first car when you get it though is always like the coolest. Like
Yeah.
not the coolest for your life, but it's just when it's your first car, you're always
Yeah.
like, this is the coolest thing.
Yeah, and let me rephrase it. It is still a very cool car for as far as comparing what it was capable of. We thought it was really, really capable of a lot of cool things.
Uh-huh.
And we're like, no, it wasn't
No.
fast.
Yeah.
It didn't have like this anything iconic as far as function built or
It's got-
purpose built. It was not very reliable. It wouldn't start very well in the cold.
Oh.
Which is funny because they're such a simple vehicle. They're air cooled if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't even have water like a water cooled system in
Yeah.
them. They're very simple, but
Mm-hmm.
so that was the
That is
Beetle,
cool. I like the Santa on top.
right?
That was a nice touch.
Do you remember it's like a Santa version of Bob's Big Boy. That's what that looked like. You don't know what Bob's Big Boy is? The restaurant? Have you seen the movie Austin Powers?
Yes.
the big boy that they launch into space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the-
Yeah.
That Dr. Evil comes out of the bum of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Well, this is the first cool smart car I think I've ever seen here.
Yes.
That's
That's
Isn't that neat?
cute.
That is neat.
I was like, okay,
that's
that's
a big giant Santa hat.
Right?
yeah. I went. They must have had to custom make that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's probably either a felt blanket or a sheet.
Yeah, and that's probably just a big pillow.
Yeah.
I guess a little pillow.
I mean, it could be easily made. It'd just take a lot of fabric to do it.
Oh yeah.
True, but it is
That
a
beard's not gonna stay white.
Dude, we need to do,
No.
if we could.
no. Why are you already saying no?
No.
Oh,
no.
no,
I
about
was
the
saying,
beard staying white.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
White.
I thought you were talking about Richard's idea.
Oh
No,
no.
If
Yeah.
we could, if we could before too long,
Mm-hmm.
do that for Dad, because our dad does he does Santa
That would be
Claus
cool.
every year,
Right.
and so this would be an awesome vehicle for him to go to his Santa Claus gigs.
Yes.
That's true.
And
That would
Mom
be
does
cool.
Mrs. Claus.
Yeah.
They're an incredible duo. If you are ever in the need of a Santa and Mrs. Claus,
In the
just send us a
Kansas
message
area.
or something. Yeah, send us a message, and we'll get it to them because they're
Unless
incredible.
you want to pay for airfare for him to get where you want him to go.
I mean, I
I'm
guess
sure
if
they
You
take
know.
a trip.
that's
Yeah.
true. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
If it was the
All
airfare was
expense
included.
paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah,
So yeah, I was like, okay, that's a cool smart car.
I like it. I like how it must be a really old Santa because he has no teeth. It's just
That's what happens when you eat too many cookies and you don't brush your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and
such
then
a
you lose your
mom.
Video
dentures.
warning. for
such a
you children.
mom. This is the same woman who just said it's either full throttle or no throttle.
That's true.
I mean, you've got to get where you're going.
Yeah,
They
you,
have seatbelts.
you got to get to the dentist
Speaking of
as
getting where
quick
you're,
as possible.
but speaking of getting where you're going quickly, this if you have a sports car, it doesn't mean you can't decorate it.
What is that? What kind of car is that?
I'm not actually entirely sure.
I'm trying to look at the
The emblem.
emblem on the front.
That's hard to see.
I was
That's
gonna say it's it.
Is
I
that
don't
stateside?
know. I don't know if that bumper is a factory or if has a kit on it.
I'm trying to identify it by the hood and the headlights.
Right.
It looks like Subaru headlights.
Kinda, yeah. Or maybe Mitsubishi.
They look like
Yeah.
headlights that shine light.
That's where I'm
my
at too.
car
Is it the
knowledge
logo
right
in the center
there.
cap of the wheel?
I was looking at it, but I don't see one.
See, this is how you can tell. Like, I want to know what kind of car it is. I'm not just, oh yeah, cool. It's decorated like it's
Yeah.
got the same, antlers that Jen has on right now.
Yeah, we're not the most
really
knowledgeable
does.
car people.
really
we just love
does.
to have fun.
Yeah. Hey, on that, real quick, we had a video that came out a couple weeks ago about another Cybertruck video,
Uh-huh.
and it's actually gotten really good traction. But
It has.
Yeah.
and some comments. I just want to say this again because we've said it a few times in some beginning episodes,
Yeah.
but I just want to say this again. We're not a journalistic channel. We're not journalists. We're not automotive journalists. We're
Right.
not. We
have
didn't start
Google.
this.
We have.
Yeah, we didn't start this in order to be informative.
Right.
We're just a couple guys that just like cars.
Yeah.
So we're not trying to spread a bunch of information and this and that. If we're wrong, we're wrong.
Yeah.
We have never said that we're going to be right on everything.
Yeah.
We just like talking about it.
Yeah. We're not intentionally inaccurate, but we're just doing this to have fun. So don't take everything that we say like
Yeah.
for gospel.
But I mean, open to criticism. If you have information, by all means, share it in the comments for anybody who else might be reading through it. But to hold us to a standard that we're going to be providing information like Car and Driver
Yeah.
or like other YouTubers that are like informative,
Right.
we try to think more of the entertainment line
Yeah.
than information line.
Yeah.
We'll try to be we're not trying to be wrong. We'll try to
Which
be
is
as right
why
as
they have
possible.
guests
And
like
Yeah.
because
right.
I am not informative at all.
And along those lines, next week actually will be a perfect example of the kind of content that we're trying to make. So
Oh
next,
yeah.
next week we're gonna have a special video coming out where it's actually a video that we filmed
Years ago.
years ago.
The throwback.
Yeah, so the quality is not the best, but it will give you a glimpse of the kind of content we're looking forward to making in the future.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And I promise you have my vow that I will Google to the best of my ability. And Google never lies. You can Google that.
So exactly. So, the next one here, I just thought that, I think this guy's going a bit overboard on the shopping.
This has got to be overseas.
What?
This is.
That looks like it's in a building and it's just for show. That's not. You can't drive.
I think
that
that's.
thing
I think that's the Grinch's car.
It
It's
could
outside
be.
the building.
It's like a pastel Grinch color.
But I feel
and
like
stole all the presents.
I feel like this person's like, you know what? I paid off my car. I'm just gonna spend my entire life savings on presents.
Yeah.
You know what would be neat if that was all hollow and it was just designed on the outside,
Uh-huh.
and there was like a hidden fort inside there, and you drove it from inside,
From inside the presents.
inside the packages, and the
Oh.
car just
Cool.
drove around looking like a ghost car.
Ooh.
Oh man,
Or you could just put like
Add that
a
to the
Grinch
list, Jen.
character. Add it to the list.
Ghost car.
yeah,
I guess
Ghost
I'll add
car.
that to the
ghost
list.
gift car.
Ghost
Cri-
gift
Christmas
car.
ghost.
Yeah. Yep. But we don't
All
have
right.
any questions. We still have 8 viewers,
Oh,
You want me to
nice.
ask a question?
not counting me.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I got 2 more images here. Do we want to go through them?
sure.
As well.
I mean, we're live. We can't edit it out. So,
That's true.
Oh, that's awesome. That's like the Griswold.
oh my!
Right?
Wow.
How many
do
batteries does
they-
that guy have in his trunk?
Well, this is a true electric car right here. Like, forget all the other EVs. Like, this is an electric car.
Yes. You know what's
Is-
sad? They should have an ordinance, like in our local town. You're not allowed to do this.
Well, this is fun.
If we like stop it and then restart.
seconds, 10 seconds.
It's like 5-10 seconds, something like that.
Yeah.
Should I? Oh, it's
It's not kicking on.
Oh, it changed and you're not in. There it is.
It.
Is
We're
that mine
back.
hasn't
Are we-
changed?
You might have to close it and reopen it.
Yeah, relink it.
According to what I'm showing on my phone,
Uh-huh.
we're good again.
Okay.
Okay, there it goes. Yep.
All right.
Hey, we're back to 5.
Yeah. All right.
We
Sorry
were at-
about that.
We're at 13.
Going
Yeah.
live is fun.
it is.
You're at the mercy of all your technology, which is great.
Yeah. Kind of like how with an EV technology, you're at the mercy
We
of
just
it.
took a little intermission. Jason really had to go to the bathroom. So
Yeah.
that's why.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, my
sometimes-
AI glitched, so that's what
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
So you can't see me anymore, but it's all right.
You know, in Princess Penelope from Wreck-It Ralph,
Okay.
kind of looks like Jen.
Oh.
No, they can't see
Princess-
me.
Yeah.
I'm
I was
just
gonna say,
saying,
If you remember from
if you
earlier,
remember what
in
Jen
the
looks
live
like,
stream-
isn't it interesting how Princess
Princess-
Penelope kind of looks like Jen?
see what you're saying from
And
Wreck-It
Jen
Ralph.
is
Yeah.
AI, and in Wreck-It
Mm.
Ralph, she glitches,
Right.
and we just had a glitch, and Jen is at our board.
Mm.
I'm just saying, conspiracies or reality?
I'm not gonna.
Oh.
I'm not gonna comment on that.
Oh, speaking of conspiracies, there is a conspiracy that involves us.
Involves us.
Involves us.
Wait, how does it involve us?
Oh, I'm going to tell you. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay. September 2023,
Okay.
episode number 5 for
Okay.
us.
Okay.
Our pooping in cars episode,
Okay.
which was one of our funnest episodes.
Yeah, that was a good one.
If you haven't gone back, go back and watch episode 5, pooping in cars. In that episode is also where the whole Petey the Pigeon and the whole pigeon pizza thing
Yeah, yeah.
started.
Right.
It's also the episode where you asked the question,
Mm-hmm.
if you won a football contract, what car would you take to your first party?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And I said a Corvette, you said a McLaren.
Uh-huh.
Jen brought up the tuk-tuk.
Tuk.
Yeah.
So we were talking about the tuk-tuk.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
September. I think it was the 5th.
Right.
September. Last month, or like 3 weeks ago, a very well-known YouTuber by the name of Doug DeMuro
Okay.
did an episode of a tuk-tuk.
Mm-hmm.
He stole
Coincidence?
So
That seems oddly coincidental in the timeline. I mean, September to November, that's 2 months for a very well-seasoned, very
You know.
well-seasoned guy to hear
Totally.
what we were talking about and how awesome it was.
Yeah.
And him to go,
then-
oh, I need to get a hold of somebody. And not just any tuk-tuk, but he did an episode on Dana White's tuk-tuk.
Mm.
Dana White is the owner, operator, CEO, whatever you want to call him, president of UFC.
Yeah.
And I guess he had like a legit tuk-tuk that he was selling. And,
Yeah.
and I was like, interesting.
So-
We're getting, it's kind of like a Ice Ice Baby Vanilla Ice stolen song sort of thing.
Right.
Yeah. He's like, I
Yeah.
didn't steal Under Pressure. Their song goes do 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 do. Mine goes do 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 do.
Are you gonna answer Emma's question?
Oh yeah, we
what
had a
was the-
question.
What is the best car ever and why? Is it a
Hmm.
2006 Honda Odyssey?
She's asking us, or is that her?
Yeah.
That's her
She's
question
asking,
because I said if you have
what
any
is the
questions.
Best
Right, right, yeah.
car ever,
Ever.
and why?
No, I didn't know
No.
she was asking us.
What is
Why
the best
is
car
Honda
ever?
Odyssey is the best.
Yeah, she's stating that
Her van that,
that
she
her
drives
van,
is the
a
best.
2006
Gotcha.
Honda Odyssey, is the best car ever.
Minivans are actually pretty awesome.
How dare you, sir?
They are actually pretty awesome
How
vehicles.
dare you?
I'm gonna stand by this because I've driven a lot of vehicles.
I just-
Working.
For the record, this is Jason Buzzkill. And the guy who constantly brings up EVs, we're like, okay, can we not talk about EVs for 1 week?
Hey, we've talked about muscle cars and stuff.
We did look at minivans, but they just didn't fit for us.
Yeah.
Because they're minivans. Ought to
just-
see you later,
They're practical.
They are very
Not-
practical.
which is why they're
For
boring.
some people.
Oh, But I mean,
And
the
they're-
doors, they slide out. You don't have to worry about dinging other people's cars.
It gives you more room to maneuver
Yeah.
around the side of the
Buy a
vehicle.
Lamborghini.
Okay.
Doors go up.
Because that's practical.
No
for-
door
Or,
dings.
or put Lamborghini doors on an SUV.
Brian said real men drive minivans.
right?
That-
I'm not saying anything against minivans.
you know-
They just weren't practical.
And
Did
Katie,
you know, I
Katie
heard-
put
I heard a
hashtag
rumor.
justice for Jason.
I heard a rumor. I don't know if this is true or not,
hmm
but I heard a rumor that see, now I'm all like self-conscious about giving information.
Eh.
Yeah.
s-
Anyway,
Our
I
I had a
Cybertruck
rumor
video. We're like,
minivans at
scared.
one point, not anymore because I've seen tint on all windows before, but I heard when they first came out,
Mhm.
you were allowed to tint all windows except the driver window because that was the goober viewing hole.
Yep. Yep, I've heard that
don't
before.
know.
The goober
I
viewing
don't know.
hole.
Call me insecure or not, minivans are it's a minivan.
My-
Just saying the word makes me
You can
like
just say
cringe a
van.
little. My van.
My van.
As long as you
Living in-
park it down by the river.
Yeah, as long as you live in it by the river.
And it's not white and creepy.
Justice for Jason.
Yeah, Anita also said justice
that
for
needs
Jason.
to be merch.
That needs to be merch.
Yeah.
Hashtag justice for Jason.
Justice
I
for
like that.
Jason.
Put it on a
We can
shirt.
put it just right on a t-shirt there.
That's good.
Justice
Ooh.
for Buzzkill.
Write it down, Jen. Write it down.
I'm writing it down.
Add it to the list.
I'm
Add it to the
writing
list.
down.
You could scratch note it.
Scratchy scratch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
I have a gift for you guys.
For us?
Yeah.
We didn't bring
You
you
still
again.
didn't answer Emma's question.
okay.
Hello,
Oh,
she's being
what was-
ignored.
what
What
was-
is
what
the
was the-
best car ever?
Oh, yeah.
And why?
The best car ever is Tuk Tuk.
Tuk Tuk?
I don't know.
Ba-
I think
based
it's
off-
too subjective.
It is very subjective. It's based off of a lot of what I've seen. I personally
1967 Ford Mustang.
Fastback.
No, it
The
doesn't have to be a
fastback.
fastback.
It's got to be the
No,
Eleanor.
it doesn't have to be. It's just any 1967 Ford Mustang.
any
Yeah.
1967.
That's why I love her. That's why I love her.
With my experience with cars and what I've seen online, I think my favorite, what I think would be the best, is the LFA, Lexus LFA.
You know what I would go with is a Ram TRX
Ram TRX.
because it can do everything. It's got the speed.
Mm-hmm.
It's all-wheel drive. It's a truck. It can haul. It can tow. It can go anywhere, and it can beat almost anything.
Not on a racetrack.
Yeah.
It's a truck. It's got too much weight and too much lean.
No.
I'd be happy with any like 60s,
The best-
70s era muscle car.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite.
That's why she won't let me get rid of the Wildcat. Not that I ever would anyway.
You
We
can
have
all-
we have a family heirloom '69 Buick Wildcat. If you don't know what it is, you can Google it. It does exist. It's a real vehicle.
Yeah.
But our grandpa bought one for his wife or our grandma back
Yeah.
in 1969, and it got handed down to our dad, and then handed down to me, and it's in the garage. And every time we start that thing up, it's like the greatest smell ever.
the smell of the 60s and
Just the smell of those old '60s muscle cars, man. You just can't
It-
beat it.
It is a pretty awesome car. Like, and it's not slow either. Like
No.
it moves. I remember one time I was following Dad. We had in storage, and I was following our dad home, and I was in the Suburban. So my parents had a Suburban. We used that to go pick it up, and he wanted to clean the engine out, as he put it.
Clear.
Clear the
Yeah.
cobwebs.
So he went full throttle, and I saw the back of that car squat. So I went full throttle on the Suburban to keep up, and he left me.
Couldn't do it.
And it's like,
Yeah.
holy cow! And the Suburban wasn't slow; like it was a 6.2 V8. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a pretty impressive car.
The so Buick GM product. Chevy came out with the Camaro, and then the GM wanted to have a luxury muscle car, and so they came out with the Buick Wildcat. And it it wasn't a whole lot of years. It was like a less than 10-year span for this car, but it was essentially a Buick LeSabre with some trim pieces. The one that it came in a 2 and a 4 door. I've got the 2-door.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got a little plaque inside of it. So it's a custom. It's a '69 Buick Wildcat custom, and it's got our grandpa's name on a little plaque on the dash. And
Yeah,
it's a really cool car.
yeah,
It's a really cool car. Trying to restore it.
right.
Yeah.
Good time, good stuff.
Yeah. But anyway, I have a gift for you guys.
Okay, yeah. Did we answer the question?
Yes, I think we did.
We
I
can
mean,
move on.
nobody else is
We
going to
can
ask
move on.
questions.
Nobody
if
else
we
is
don't
asking
even
questions.
I know. But
We're
they're
gonna
be
answer that one
afraid
question because
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. Nobody else. is
Thank you,
asking.
Emma.
Appreciate
our-
the question. Yes.
Our
Yeah.
number one fan hasn't even asked a question.
Self-proclaimed number one.
Our self-proclaimed.
Self-proclaimed
No,
number
but
one
she
Yeah.
fan.
started a hashtag.
She did
She
start
did.
a hashtag. She did
Mhm.
come up with a merch idea. So we'll give you no royalties, but a hand clap. Anyway, so to determine who gets to open this gift
Okay.
is I'm going to show you the present, and you have to tell me who you think wrapped it, either myself or Aaron.
Okay.
And whoever gets it right, so you can't choose the same person. So whoever gets it right, here's the gift, gets to
Oh.
open it.
Let's look at the sides
you
and
can-
see
you
how
can-
well they're taped. Because if
you-
they're taped well, that's Aaron.
I don't know.
Do you
Richard
wanna,
sometimes,
do you wanna-
Richard sometimes will surprise you when it
wrap
comes
can you
present?
see it from there?
I can.
and especially if he was intentionally trying to fool us. He may
Dang it, that's true.
Well,
He
this
would take
idea
his
wasn't
time.
thought up until after this was wrapped, and I was
Mm,
lying in bed, and I brought up the idea to Aaron.
I see. I see.
So
Oh, now I don't.
I feel like I'm
know.
on QVC.
Right, like showing it. Should we do it like a close up?
I was
Except
gonna
we
say zoom
can't.
in.
Okay, so you obviously you can't choose the same person. Who do you think wrapped it? Jen, ladies first.
Yeah, ladies first.
Do you think it was me or Aaron?
Gosh, I don't know because Aaron would wrap it nicely.
You're not going
but
to
you
hurt
would-
my feelings.
But then you were probably trying really hard, unless you're really good at wrapping presents, and I just don't know that you have that skill. Oh gosh,
Ding, ding, ding.
I'm gonna
ding,
go with the
ding.
opposite of what I was first thinking.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say I was thinking Aaron, but now I'm gonna say you because now I'm doubting. Scared.
You're not gonna trust your gut.
Usually the first answer is the best answer. Okay, I'll go with Aaron.
You're going with Aaron.
Yeah.
So obviously you're choosing.
So
me.
yeah.
I wrapped it.
Dang it, I wrote it down.
Wow.
Okay, go ahead. Open it up. Open it up. What do you think it is,
Opening the
Jen?
present.
It's very specific to you two
Oh,
and
Very
our
specific.
podcast.
Mascadoo.
Mascadoo.
Pre number 2 toilet spray.
You sprayed in your toilet,
Yeah.
then you
Heck
do your
yes.
It's an off-brand of poopery.
Yeah, it's Mascadoo. You can mask the odor of dew.
That's awesome.
How much
Yeah.
tape did you use on this?
Enough to hold the paper on.
I would have known how much tape was
Hey,
used. I would
all throttle or no
guessed
throttle.
Mascadoo.
And there's even a small to-go bottle
That's
Nice.
that you can
Awesome.
put in the car.
Oh,
So
it's
when,
or
even-
in your purse.
It's even
when
got a
you
little
have it.
funnel so you can fill up the small bottle.
yeah, comes with a funnel, comes with the whole thing. So when we go to Bucky's on our Bucky's trip,
Oh yeah.
our
well,
car won't smell bad.
that's good because we're gonna have a bucket of poo in the.
That's true because we're gonna have to do all the hacks.
Yeah.
And we're going to have squid.
No, we don't need squid.
No,
We're gonna have
no.
dried
Well,
squid.
the
No,
goal is
the-
to have the toilet, to not use the toilet. All right. Yeah, no, not a
Yeah,
sponsor.
not a sponsor.
But
I'm-
could be.
Dutch Bros.
Mascadoo is our first
Um,
sponsor.
That'd be
that would be
hilarious.
great.
That would be awesome. A poop company.
We need to have Dutch Bros and Mascadoo
Because the
because
coffee makes you
goes.
poop.
Oh, that's smart.
It's the perfect combination of sponsors.
It is.
Oh
yep,
man.
Yep. Well, Merry
Well-
Christmas. What's my gift? What'd you get me?
His presence is present enough.
These antlers that you can wear today.
You know, nobody likes the family member that gets people clothes.
I'm
it's
that
not. It's not
person.
clothes. It's a
Oh,
headband.
no.
This is something that
It's
you
an
wear.
accessory.
It's an yeah.
It's
Exactly.
clothing that you wear,
People love accessories.
They do.
like puppies. Speaking of puppies, you guys getting your dog yet?
Next year.
Maybe.
That's my
Have
goal.
you decided what
Maybe.
type? You getting the comfort retriever?
Golden Doodle.
A golden doodle?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Name him Falcor.
I'm gonna
Right?
name him Fozzie.
No, Falcor.
Aw.
Fozzie, like Fozzie Bear from Muppets.
Falcor Fozzie Sparks.
Wait.
His middle name can be Fozzie.
You're so pushy.
I know.
He really wants a Falcor
I
in the
know.
family.
Yeah, but we already agreed that we aren't getting any more animals.
No, we're
What
not.
if
That's why I
got
have
you
to
a
have them
stuffed
name it
animal that
Falcor.
looked like Falcor.
You have to live vicariously
Why
through
don't
us.
you name your
Yeah.
pigeon Falcor?
Oh, we got a
It's-
question, by the way.
Oh,
Okay.
What is the best road trip snack? There is
Ooh,
only one correct answer.
I agree.
Dried
Talk about being
squid.
Trail
pushy.
mix.
Dried
Talk
squid.
about being
Trail mix.
pushy.
Dried squid.
The best road trip snack.
Beef jerky.
Ooh,
Beef
that's a
jerky is
good
good.
one.
Beef jerky.
Frick
You
yeah.
have to have beef jerky.
Beef
It is,
jerky.
it is good, but it's
You also
expensive.
kind of have to have. That's why it's only for road trips.
Yeah. Special occasion.
Girl math. The
Girl-
money you spend on vacation doesn't really count.
Exactly.
It's,
yet-
vacations
and yet
are free.
Vacation is a free for all.
Yeah.
And
What was
yet
the-
your bank account still gets smaller somehow.
I
Yeah.
know.
Don't
What
look
was
at
the
that
guy
part.
math that we came up with the other day?
The guy math we came up with?
Yeah, I thought
Oh.
that was we had a conversation. You're like guy math.
Oh, I
If
don't
girls
know.
have girl math, we have guy math. I can't remember what it was.
Right. Well, I won't go there.
You also have to have spray cheese.
Spray cheese on
Ooh,
Oreos?
and Ritz
no,
crackers.
not on Oreos.
Did you
Yes,
try? Did you
on
try the
Oreos.
Oreos?
Yes, and I spit it in the trash.
I agree.
It was
I
You
think
You
it's,
wasted
I,
it.
I
I
did
could
end up
not-
trying it.
I
So good.
couldn't differentiate between the Oreo taste and the cheese taste. They never melded together, and I was like, nope, not for me.
And you
Yeah.
put the whole thing
Mm.
at once. Okay, because every time I've had somebody else try it too, well, not every time, they put the cheese on the Oreo and then they would eat half of it. And I'm like, no, you have to put the whole thing in your
Mhm.
mouth.
Yeah, no, I did. It took me like 5 minutes to work myself up to do it. I was like
So
pep
good.
talking myself
I
the
did-
whole time, and
You're
then
like,
it
That
Aaron, you
was-
got this. You got this, Aaron.
That was
Yeah, it was
almost the
great.
gift that I got you guys. I almost got you spray cheese and
Uh-huh.
Oreos, but
Mm.
So,
And then-
Katie, what is your favorite road trip snack?
So
What's
Aaron
the one
said,
correct
what is the
answer?
one correct answer?
So Aaron said beef jerky. What did you say,
He
Richard?
stole
I
my
also-
idea too.
Oh,
He just went off. He piggybacked.
dang. Okay.
Boston baked beans.
Not the
No,
baby.
no, that's what you eat in the laundromat
About-
when you're waiting for your clothes to dry. That's what
Or-
my mom always got when we went to laundromat.
Really?
Boston baked beans. Yeah. So every time I see Boston baked beans, it reminds me of laundromat.
Boston baked beans and 100 grain candy bars are my favorite candies.
What-
And the cherries, the chocolate cordial.
Yeah, but that's
cherries.
Steve
Oh,
covered
yeah,
cherries.
those are
Cordial
good,
cherries.
though.
At this time of year,
Oh, she
Peanut
said
M&Ms.
peanut M&Ms.
No, peanut butter M&Ms are better than peanut M&Ms.
that's
Peanut M&Ms
Peanut-
are a great choice.
They
true. Peanut
are. That
M&Ms
Great choice.
is the only right answer.
Your head has.
I
a
mean, I
thick
wouldn't be
candy
upset without
shell.
that.
You're the one with the thick
Get the
candy shell.
Shell on it.
Yeah.
Are you talking? Shut up, Richard.
Shut up, Richard.
Oh, somebody said, oh, your mom said red licorice.
Red licorice.
licorice.
You know,
Oh, another good one. Another good one.
I like the. Do you remember the big red ropes that mom and dad used to get in
Oh,
the
yeah.
package from like Sam's Club or Costco?
Uh-huh.
The red
They're
vine
hollow.
ones?
Yeah, the red vines. I would always bite off both ends and use it as a straw in milk, and it tastes
Oh,
like strawberry
yeah.
milk. So good.
But most
Life hack.
most
It's
licorice
true.
is not gluten free. So I don't know why my mom is picking red licorice.
My mom.
Oh, that's your mom now. I just heard mom. And I was,
She is also your
she is my mom.
in-law.
And they also said they'd choose me over you. So she's definitely.
That's because you bought 'em.
Wow.
In the arms of
Yeah.
the angel.
Hey, so you guys have an extra room in your basement, right?
We do. It's not finished yet.
It's all right.
And you
Yeah.
just said Aaron needs to be on every week.
Oh. I mean,
Well.
it's if I can get her to wake up on a Saturday morning.
Oh.
Hey, I'm usually up
Every
before
week.
you
Oh.
That's
what
true.
the heck,
Oh,
Richard?
that's true.
on Saturday mornings.
That's because I get
and
up
Fridays.
before you every day of the week.
Hey, I'm not the only one that needs marriage counseling now.
Yeah.
Right here, right now. No, he
Well,
does
we
get
do.
up early every other day of the week. So
4 a.m.
Fridays and Saturdays.
She lets me sleep. Except
Very-
Saturdays because I have to be
Sometimes
here.
I wake up at 4.
Oh, someone's
Oh,
asking.
that's true.
Addison is asking, what is the oogliest car in your guys'
I already know her.
Ugliest.
Oogliest car.
oogliest?
Well, no, I mean the
Oh.
gladiators up there.
Wow, as the ugliest car?
No, not the ugliest. He just said he knows my answer already. I'm like, it's up there, but it's not the ugliest.
Okay.
I don't
Ugliest
know names
car.
of cars though, so
Yeah.
The ugliest
Ugliest car.
car?
I was gonna say, I don't.
There's
I
a lot of
mean,
ugly cars out there.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if I can pick one as being just like the ugliest.
The
The-
AMC Pacer and the Gremlin are pretty hideous. Those are pretty
I
ugly
don't-
cars.
Right.
my
I
dad
don't
had
think-
a Pinto. That was thing was kind of ugly.
That's
Yeah.
what your mom
Pintos are
just
pretty
said.
bad.
Your
Yeah,
mom just
the
said
Pinto?
a Pinto.
A Pinto?
Yeah,
A Ford
that's what she
Pinto?
commented.
Yeah.
The
It was
you don't like the
green.
Volkswagen Beetle?
It was green too. My dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
like the puke green color.
I think
Ugh.
it was green. Maybe I'm wrong. I might be
And
misremembering.
that's what about that? What's the ugliest color you've ever seen on a car?
Yellow.
Ugh.
If you ask a
No.
if you ask a but by the way, if you were wondering who I was talking to, we have another person behind the camera that I was talking to.
It's
but,
Aiden.
It's Aiden.
Yeah.
But I know that car dealerships would state stick around brown. So
Stick around brown.
yeah, there's a brownish color that was really common about I don't know 10, 15 years ago. It was like a just very plain
like a poop
brown.
brown.
Yeah, like a poop brown color. And dealerships called it stick around brown.
Yeah.
Because it never sold.
Because no one ever bought them.
Brian
think-
said a Pontiac Aztec.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God. Good
Yeah.
call.
Yes.
Good call.
No,
Yes,
sir.
Should we
Brian.
look it up and you can show
Ugh.
what it looks
If
like
you
to
ever
everybody?
seen, if you've ever seen the show Breaking Bad, it's the car that Walter White drove in the beginning of the show.
Oh.
That SUV.
Oh.
That's an
ooh.
Aztec,
Yeah.
and they
Oh.
are so bad.
Oh yeah.
His
That's
was
rough.
like
Good
another
call,
shot, too.
Brian.
I
Maybe
think-
the ugliest car color is green because all the cars, because his was
I'm
like
thinking-
I don't have
Yeah,
control
I'm
anymore.
thinking
but,
the-
Oh, okay.
like
let
the
me
seafoam
see
green.
here.
The nasty, ugly seafoam green
Oh.
from the 60s and 70s.
Oh,
Like
there
what-
it is.
What your parents' Mustang was,
Mhm.
and what the factory color of mom's Mustang was.
oh yeah,
that
Free
nasty.
Aiden.
Hashtag free Aiden.
If you're gonna come on camera, you gotta put your festive stuff on. No Grinches allowed.
But
Do we have
but-
shot of all four? Oh no, it's just these three.
yeah,
Just the
no,
three
it's our,
seats.
we don't have a lens wide enough to get the
but he
the
could
fourth
he could
spot.
fit kind of like right over here. You can see him.
But yes, on screen now you can probably see it is the Pontiac Aztec, and it is, yeah,
One of the ugliest. I like how they tried to like if you pull up that shot where you can see the back with the hatch shut,
Oh, this
like
one
that-
here.
the yellow one, where you can see
Oh.
the hatch closed from the back.
Yeah.
So they tried to
Ooh.
one of the
Yeah.
selling points selling
points.
is between the taillights there was actually a glass pane. Like you have
Oh,
better
that-
visibility through your rear view.
Right.
Like and so I can see everybody else throwing up when they're watching me drive down the road. Cool.
Anita said the Kia Soul.
the Kia Soul.
Yeah, the
is-
box. It's like a box.
Oh,
on
that's
wheels.
kinda like-
yeah.
Like
Isn't that the
Nissan
toaster on
Cube.
wheels?
Yeah, the one with the
Yeah, it
hamster.
looks like the
they're
Nissan
Oh, yeah.
Cube,
riding
Mhm.
around.
the Honda
that.
Element.
Mm,
Ooh.
yeah, that's true. All of those are pretty rough. Yeah. Was it the Kia or I forget which one, but there was one car that had one reversing light on one side of the car, and it always drove me crazy.
don't
I'm
know.
like, but it was like on the
It's not
left or
because
right
one
side.
light was burnt out.
No, it was built with one reversing light, and it's because like the way the door opened, the other side had a hinge, and the other side had a reversing light.
What?
It was so weird. I don't remember.
Like
the
I've
car,
seen that
but it
on
was-
a lot of like supercars. Like even the Mustang has a single reverse light, but it's in the
Yeah, in the-
center
in the
on the
middle.
bottom.
Yeah, no, this was off to the side.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it was. I did not like it.
That's like a hazard.
Dad says the best vehicle is Santa's sleigh
It's magical.
because it slays.
It's, oh gosh.
I mean, it's got like
Ah.
a time warping feature. I
See,
would,
I got the
would drive
cringe.
Santa's
I
sleigh.
mean,
Can you
hey,
imagine how
I need that
fast
point.
you can go in that thing?
I need the point. I got the cringe.
I
I
mean,
saw-
it can warp time and space.
What Santa's
Santa's
sleigh?
sleigh.
So
yeah.
can the DeLorean.
Well, yeah, but
What's
that's
a
not
so
real.
can the telephone box.
Santa's
Yeah,
sleigh.
that sleigh is
so
obviously
can
real.
the
Obviously
British phone
real.
box.
The
So can the-
DeLorean is
so can the
not
TARDIS.
real. The TARDIS isn't
A
real
DeLorean
either.
is real. It's made by
Santa's
AMC.
sleigh is real though.
It's really fake.
Wow.
It's real
Just-
in our
Hopefully your
hearts.
Just
children
kill the
aren't
hopes and
watching.
dreams of all the children
Who's
watching.
the Buzzkill
I'm
now?
sorry.
Richard
I'm
Buzzkill.
You're a
Sparks.
mean one.
Just trying to be real.
Oh,
you can turn off
man.
my.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
You know, a
right.
car like I'm gonna this will get me roasted.
It'll get you roasted. Oh
Um,
no.
A vehicle that I always thought was kind of cool looking just by design,
Uh huh.
not as a vehicle, but I always thought the design was kind of neat. Is the Chevy HHR?
Oh.
If you do it as a panel on the back instead of rear windows,
Right.
because it has like a miniaturized, like a micro machine Hot Wheel version of like an old mobster car.
Okay.
It looks like a miniature, like a Honey I Shrunk the Kids paddy wagon.
Are you talking about the SUV or the pickup? You talking about the SSR? I think it's the.
No, the HHR, that one.
Yeah. Okay. So the SUV style one.
Yeah, the the HHR, they had a
I was gonna say, if I hit this, does the
Do you know
computer
what
come
I
back
would
on?
drive if they brought them back, or even if we found an old one?
Is the computer back on?
The old
Yeah, it
bus,
is.
The
the
Okay,
old,
I think I have
well,
control
yeah,
again.
that too. But the old
Woohoo.
station wagons with the wood paneling on the sides.
Oh, like the
and
old Ford LTDs, like
yeah,
the National Lampoons.
yeah, and you don't have to have your seatbelt on in the back, and you just kind of go rolling whenever,
Some
you
of
sit
those-
you sit backwards and you can
Oh,
see
yeah,
the
yeah.
cars. Yeah.
Reverse seats.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, those went out of style a long time
I
ago.
know, but they're cool.
They are cool.
You know, it would be a modern. I think we talked about it not long ago. Is the Dodge Magnum?
Yeah,
You could do that with.
with the wood paneling.
Yeah.
They have an HHR here with the wood paneling. This little blue one.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
That's a very blurry picture.
They have one. It's the ST.
Yeah, like SSR or something like that, or
No, that's the pickup truck. It's
Okay.
an HHR, like ST or whatever,
gotcha.
or SS. HHR SS.
That would make more sense. SS is the Chevy thing. The sporty one. It's got a
Yeah.
bigger bumper.
Yeah, it's just got essentially ground effects on it.
Yeah.
I feel like they need to put a Christmas tree on top of it and strap it down. That
And-
just feels
and
like
paint
it's
it
that,
red.
It's that
Yeah.
type of car.
Yeah, well, it needs
It's like
to
that
be
one with the panels
With the white beat.
on the left.
Yep.
this one here.
The white beard.
Oh man, that's the kind of van that you don't want to be driving around though. That's the creepy white van just
Yeah.
in red, or like that one movie. It's
It's
the
small,
blood red
though.
van.
It's the size of a Ford Focus. Or
Yeah.
a PT Cruiser.
Right.
Anita said the TARDIS can bend time and space too,
Mm.
which is also what you said.
Hmm.
Did you go by in Derby and see the TARDIS mailbox yet?
Oh yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
It's
did a good
almost
job
full
on that.
size. It's pretty big.
I bet it's bigger on the inside.
Ha 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 ha.
These
All right.
are a couple Doctor Whovians.
They are.
Hey, did you?
Dadar.
They are.
You know, in Christmas
People
season,
are.
you go shopping a lot,
Words are hard.
Sure.
Words are difficult.
and even though Christmas is in 2 days or a day and a half at this point, starting next year, you can look forward to your next shopping thing because Amazon's going to start selling cars.
I heard about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's.
There's a very small article on SpectrumLocalNews.com, but starting in 2024, auto dealers can sell vehicles in the U.S. on their Amazon store,
right.
and Hyundai is going to be the first one.
I was gonna say Hyundai was the first company to join in on that.
I think it's kind of like they're getting in on the Carvana craze.
yeah.
If you don't know what Carvana is, it's a pretty cool service where you go online, everything is done online.
You can set the price yourself or make the deal yourself. Isn't that what the commercial says? You can make the
Probably.
deal yourself.
I haven't seen the commercials, I've just seen
Neither
like, the
have I.
ads. But you're probably very right. I don't know. I have to Google it. Um, but you can go online and you find the vehicle you want, and you do everything online. You get approved for credit, or you can get your own financing and put it in there, and they deliver the vehicle to you on a flatbed.
Mm-hmm.
You can, because Shrum actually
Right.
did this, and they brought the vehicle to him, and then they found something that was advertised differently. Completely honest mistake,
Right.
where they forgot. He thought it was going to have a certain amount of mileage on it, but in the photographs online, they accidentally had it on the trip meter instead of the odometer. And so when the car showed up, it had like, I don't know, 40, 50,000 more miles than he thought. But what's cool is when they show up, if there's anything you don't like, since you haven't seen the car in person,
Mm-hmm.
you can just decline it right there, get your money back, immediately, and
Can you
they
test
drive
it?
away. Yeah, you can test drive
Yeah,
it.
there's
Oh,
like
nice.
a
Do the whole
building
thing.
where it gets
So-
delivered to in Wichita. Right?
You can,
There's a
well, they
Carvana
met him in
buil-
the parking lot at
I
Planet
know, but there's
Fitness.
Carvana buildings.
Yeah, so
that are
Carvana
local.
has
Yeah.
buildings you can go to, and they're the cars are in like these massive vending machines with cars in it.
Lovely.
Like if you've ever seen like parking garages in Japan, where you park your car on a platform and then it goes up and like
oh
a big,
yeah. Those are cool.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
one of those. So I think there's one in Kansas City is the nearest one to us.
Oh,
But you
okay.
can also go and pick up the car. But if you have it delivered to you, you can test drive it. The guy that delivers it is kind of like a salesman representative, even though you don't have to sell it. But
Right.
they're supposed to know some information about it,
Mm-hmm.
allow you to drive it. And then if you do purchase the vehicle, they give you the keys. They load up your car if you're trading one in or selling one to Carvana, and they
Right,
drive
right.
off.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Okay.
cool deal.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's pretty neat.
But I'm wondering if Amazon's trying to get in on that sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Probably.
because
wouldn't-
Carvana's been pretty successful.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they're trying to get in on that.
Yeah.
Plus, they could probably charge a little bit less for like the services since they have sales coming from other places. Carvana does just one thing, so
Right.
they can't really subsidize the cost in any other way.
Yeah.
So it might be pretty competitive.
I wonder if Prime will work with it.
I don't.
Don't like it, just return
Amazon
it.
Prime.
2-day
Two-day
delivery.
shipping.
Don't like it, return it.
The
Prime.
quality of this one's gonna be guaranteed. I know it. I
Heck
primed
yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
primed it.
Does it come in a big box with the smiley face?
Yeah,
check
that'd be
on
funny.
it?
And then you actually like see them like throw it out your porch, like they do
Yeah.
with your other packages.
Take a photo.
Right?
There are some cars that you won't be able to buy though,
I would probably not.
because there's a full discontinued list. Cars that are dying in 2023.
Unfortunately, it happens. I think every year where we lose car models. Unfortunately, and
But we're getting some more in 24.
that's true.
More in 24.
Yay!
So
I'm sorry, I'm rubbing off on her. She used to be really, really cool, and then I showed up.
no, she makes cringe jokes too.
Yeah,
Right.
it's my fault. I mean, we could ask if there's people watching that grew up with her. Has she always been cringy, or is this my fault? I need to know.
good time to ask.
Yeah.
But speaking of cars that are going out of production and whatnot, so one of Jen's friends were asking us, what's a good small car? So she lives in an area where there's small roads, tight parking spots, and you need a small maneuverable car to get around. And so we started looking around trying to see, make a recommendation. Everybody is canceling small cars. Like they're just
Hmm.
like if they still make them, they're not making them in America anymore. They're selling them overseas, but not in America. So like the only good option we found was by Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi.
Are they still making cars?
Was it a
They are.
Mirage?
Mitsubishi still a thing?
Yeah, Mitsubishi still a thing.
Yeah, I
Oh.
know.
But
Was it a Mirage?
it was I think Mirai or Mirage, something
Or
like that.
something.
Like when the Lancer went away, it sort of just killed everything. Or the
Right.
Evo.
Right.
Yeah.
Mitsubishi is not very popular, at least in our area.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, it was like really the only real option that we found that could compete with our current car, which was a Toyota Yaris.
Yeah.
Toyota Yaris. Because Toyota doesn't make the Yaris anymore.
Really?
Yeah,
Is that going away too?
yeah, that's going away, and so it's like she wants a new car, but
And with a
nobody
good
makes
turning-
small.
With a good turning radius.
Yeah, and like almost nothing that we found could compete with the Yaris on turning radius.
Weird.
Is she into the EV thing?
No, she does not want an EV. She parks on the street, so she wouldn't have a place to charge it. It's another problem with EVs, by the way.
Mhm.
If you live
Run
in
an
a,
extension cord.
yeah, right. Dang.
I'm saying because
So-
like a Model 3, Tesla Model 3 is a small car with good turning radius.
but not nearly as small. At least I don't think it's nearly as small as the Yaris. I think the
No.
Yaris-
It's like the size of a Mazda 3,
But she wants something
like
even
a Ford
smaller than
Focus.
that.
She wants something smaller than a Focus.
Yeah, she wants like a Fiesta size.
Oh, I had a
Wants a
Fiesta.
baby.
Awesome
Fiesta
car.
was fun.
It was like a
It
little
was a
go
fun
kart,
car.
and it was
See?
a 6-speed.
Yeah,
Until you had to try to fit 5 kids in it.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's a great commuter. If you can find a used Fiesta,
mm-hmm.
especially the ST, if you can drive a manual, get the Fiesta ST.
It's a really fun little car.
It's a great car. It's terrific on fuel. Great
And-
turning radius.
And I don't want to see small little fun cars go away. They're
Yeah, little
they're
hot hatchbacks.
they're easy to drive and park. They're fuel efficient. They're fun. They're cool little.
I mean,
greatest
if-
thing was it was fast like a race car, but the insurance on it was really cheap because
Mhm.
it was considered a hatchback.
Right.
'Cause it was a hatchback.
It was a hatchback,
It was
but
a
I mean, it
four-door
was like a
family
four-door
hatchback.
family hatchback, but it was fun
Yeah.
like a race car.
Yeah. Yeah. And the Fiesta ST has really good suspension. Like it's pretty close to
I
like
would
a
own one
race
of
car.
those again.
Yeah. Really cool little car.
Well, hey, your Atlas is almost paid off.
We're not. We still have children.
Yeah, we do. I'm just
So-
kidding. I love my
Grow
kids.
up faster, Aiden. Grow up faster.
So, but
So what'd you find for?
for your benefit.
Oh, okay.
So remember when we were talking about the Cybertruck, you were talking about, oh, they could put like wheels on the ground to generate energy, or put like a wind turbine on the roof to generate energy.
Yeah.
The
And then you killed it.
and then I killed it because your hot air balloon was getting too high.
Yeah.
Um,
You had to shoot it down.
But I found, let me turn on my screen here real quick. So this video was really fascinating. It was a guy who decided that he was going to try to generate power from his car without raising the amount of fuel he was using.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really clever. So instead of putting the wind turbine on top of the car, he's putting it in the front of the car.
You want to make
So-
it full screen?
So it kills the bugs.
Yeah, so it kills the bug. Well, so here's the idea. When you're driving down the road, the air is going to hit the front of your car no matter what, and it's going to cause turbulence, and that's going to, cause drag, and it's going to slow you down. So his theory is, well, if you put the wind turbine in front of the car where there's going to be drag anyways,
Mm-hmm.
you're not adding additional drag. You're just changing what causes the drag.
Right.
So his theory is you put it in the front of the car and you're not changing the amount of drag, and you're getting electricity out of the turbine to help the car.
Hey, if it works on airplanes,
Yeah, but airplanes are producing drag though when they lower down.
I'm
there.
just saying if an airplane can use a prop in the front and it doesn't cause enough drag to cause it to fall out of the sky.
Put it on the top, and then you could be a helicopter car.
I mean, but then you're causing more drag.
It's not. Shh. You're so pretty. You're so pretty.
I don't know anything about cars, so it just makes sense to me if they do it on a helicopter.
By the way, I'm not allowed to give my wife the compliment, like a legit compliment where she's pretty. She has to be beautiful or gorgeous, which she is. But every now and then she has a "you're so pretty" moment. I have more than her, to be fair.
I have a lot.
I have a lot more airhead moments or
Do you?
It's just
misspeaking
a
moments.
suggestion.
Or
You know what, Jason? When I have those moments, Jason just kind of stares at me. He doesn't know what to say.
He's like,
So I know deep down inside it was a bless your heart moment. Like he's like a deer in the headlights. And then after that, he starts to say something. But I think he needed time to like
Process.
process. Like he's like
There-
dial up. He's like,
come back
did
to
that just
reality.
happen? Did you just say?
Sorry, babe, I had to update.
Sorry. Okay,
Well,
I'm okay now.
Well,
Can I
there-
go back and repeat?
Well, there was a time. So Jen's a dental assistant, and there was a time where she was telling me a story about they were talking about a UV light to cure.
Oh God, no.
It was to cure like filling
Filling
material.
material.
Filling material.
Yeah.
So the dentist said, "Oh, we need to have our light checked to make sure that it's on this right wavelength to make sure that it cures the material properly."
And me and a hygienist said, just leave the light on longer. And we were both laughing like we were like, ah, we got him. And we're actually the dumb one.
So what was funny about that was that when Jen was telling me the story, I must have given her a look because she was like, "The doctor gave me that same look."
So
And I'm
when
like-
you told him the story, you still didn't understand the error of your
I
way.
still didn't. No. And then
Aw.
he told me, and I'm like, oh, that's why he looked at me
Aw.
like that.
That's like saying, "Hey, you can cook the turkey faster if you raise the temperature to 100 degrees."
yeah, right.
Yeah, so-
Don't do that, by the way.
Yeah.
You won't cook it faster. You'll burn it.
It's not recommended.
You'll
Yeah.
ruin
End up
it.
like the turkey on Christmas vacation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Aw.
if you don't know, when it comes to that type of thing,
Is that where
it's
your eye twitch developed?
probably.
Okay.
But yeah, if you don't know, when it comes to that sort of thing, the wavelength of light, not to get technical or anything, because I'm probably wrong anyways, to be honest with you.
Let's Google it. Let's Google
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
but the wavelength of light is actually what cures the material, not heat or the amount of light. So
Yeah.
I knew
Interesting.
that. Well, now I know it. Anywho, let's go back to what you guys were talking about.
Oh, about the small cars?
Yeah.
Why don't you? I would recommend not getting a brand new car because new car prices are
Right now.
crazy.
right now,
Ford
But it-
Escort.
But if you want to look, yeah,
Just make sure the seatbelt.
a 1987 5-speed Ford Escort.
Yeah.
I would recommend something like a Honda Civic or a smart car.
Mm.
A smart car would be, I mean, if you don't care about what your car looks like, or if you want to dress it up like Santa Claus,
right?
we saw earlier. But that's probably your smallest car is a smart car.
Yeah. And
It's made by BMW though, so I don't know how reliable that would be.
right. They're also hard to work on, but I don't think she'd be the one
Well,
working.
But
on
you
it.
anything
could-
small and compact is
Yeah,
going to be hard to work.
But you
Yep.
could do a Hayabusa engine swap in a smart car.
Oh my
Hayabusa,
I don't think they're concerned
a
about that.
Hayabusa is a Suzuki motorcycle with a 1300cc engine.
And then you can put a propeller on the top.
You wouldn't need it
Yeah.
if you had 1300 cc's in like a 1,000-pound car.
You could put a
But-
propeller in the back so it looks like it's propelling.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like a
like a pinwheel or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
I hope not. But did we have any other comments or questions that I've missed? Because I can't
No.
see it on my phone. So
No,
No.
okay.
no.
Did you have any further topics for us that you wanted to discuss?
Say what cars were going out?
Well, I had
Oh,
the
no,
other
that's
the other
right.
things that I had that if we wanted to talk about it, is cars that are going away this year, cars that are coming next year.
Mm.
But then I also have two other lists.
You get more in 24.
124. But I also had two other lists of what have been over the last year the most reliable and the least reliable cars.
Mm.
We can talk
So-
about all of it, none of it, or some of it.
How many viewers do we have? What do they want to hear?
We
I
have
don't-
11, well, 10, 9, 8. We have 8
We have
viewers.
eight-
viewers.
8 viewers.
Do they have a recommendation of what they would like?
I don't know,
us to-
what would you like to hear? I do know our self-proclaimed number one fan.
Uh-huh.
We had to give. I don't know. You let me know if you want us to put your name out there. Anyway, our self-proclaimed number one fan
Mm-hmm.
asked me a question this last week about what's good driving etiquette.
Okay.
Like if you're going on a road trip and you see a semi, or if you're just driving in the highway and you see a semi.
Mm.
She asked related specifically to semis, but road
Okay.
etiquette kind of things.
Okay.
So as a current semi driver,
Yeah, and as a
as a former,
semi driver.
what would be some good road
As
etiquette?
somebody who's probably pissed off a semi driver.
Me too.
Because so she said that she came in town from college,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, I was trying to be very considerate to this truck, and this guy
Uh-huh.
kept getting mad at me, and I thought I was being kind, but I guess I wasn't being kind, and so I don't know what do different things mean, and how do you communicate without being able to talk? And
Right.
so, what would you say is good road etiquette in regards to semis?
Well, when it comes to their situation specifically, I would need to know what actually happened
I don't know
to
about-
give some advice.
Which
but-
is like general
Yeah,
etiquette,
yeah.
like how to communicate with a semi, how to be considerate of semi and semis to cars, and
Yeah. One big thing for me, I think, is that so like when you're getting onto the highway and like try to look beyond like just right in front of you. Like try to look to the side and see what traffic is coming. If there is a semi coming that looks like you're going to meet at the top of the on-ramp, make a choice early on. So like either speed up so you stay in front of the semi, or slow down so you stay behind the semi. So semi trucks, we can't change speed very quickly, and we have 80 feet of distance that if there's any car next to us, we can't switch lanes to let you in. So if you have a lot more capability of making adjustments than we do in a semi truck. So
depending on what their load is, they can't change lanes very quick either.
yeah,
Because you got to think that whole, whip effect where if you change the tractor into a lane real quick, then you have whatever weight that trailer is that's whipping over, and then it just pulls the back of your truck because it's going to continue moving.
yeah. So you could end up causing the trailer to slide and lose control. You could have something in the back fall over and cause thousands of dollars of damage. But yeah, so a semi truck doesn't have a lot of options. So
You
yeah,
have to sort of, when you're driving a semi, you have to sort of predict the future. You look way ahead. I don't try to look distances and time ahead. Like I try to look way beyond the car that's directly in front of me, because you can still see the car in front of you while you're looking a half a mile ahead of them.
yeah,
And the fact that you have the height gives you an advantage. You can look over almost every vehicle out there. So semi
Right.
drivers try to look ahead and try to predict things so that they can. And most semi drivers, not all of them,
yeah,
some of them are complete road hogs and jerks because
they are.
they've developed this attitude of nobody helps me out, I'm not going to help anybody else out. But for the majority of semi drivers, I was over the road. Jason's never been over the road. Except kind of
I
with
mean,
forest products a little
kind
bit.
of.
But as far as like
drove a-
nationwide over the road,
Yeah.
living away from home for a week,
Mhm.
I'm the only one of the two of us that did that.
Right.
So I can say nationwide, a large majority of semi truck drivers are considerate and they try to share the road and try to do things seamlessly.
Mhm.
And so if you can try to develop a behavior of looking ahead, what do they have to deal with versus what I have to deal with, and understanding what they're capable and not capable of, will help out a lot. As far as communication goes,
Mhm.
if a semi passes you and you're trying to be kind and say, hey, your trailer is now past the front of my car and you can go ahead and get over, because it's hard to see in the mirrors when you're 75, 80 feet long.
Yeah, and your depth perception
Yeah.
isn't as clear because you're looking at a little mirror,
Yeah.
70.
And objects and
you know.
objects and mirrors are closer than they appear.
Yeah.
So if they're doing that, and say it's at night, do me a favor. Don't flash your high beams. If anything, just turn your lights off and on real quick.
Yeah.
Semis actually have, if you notice, when you see like a semi pass another semi, or if they get in front of you and their tail lights flash on and off at a random rhythm or pattern, there's actually buttons on the steering, mostly on the steering wheel in most semis.
Yeah.
Where it turns the lights intermittent. And so it's designed that way so you can give signal or thanks, because trailers don't have reverse lights.
Mm-hmm.
So if a semi gets over and you see their taillights flashing at an odd pattern, it's because they're hitting that button at an odd pattern to say thank you. But the
Right.
thing that drove me nuts was the high beams. Don't do the high beams, please, because it blinds. And like, you're trying to look in the mirror with intent and purpose to make
Yeah.
sure you're clear. And then you just get this big bright light just, and now you're blinded. And you're like, well, I hope I'm clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
it's-
you go ahead and get over.
it's something that we actually learn when we're being taught how to drive a semi, is that when you're driving at night, if someone in the opposite lane coming towards you has their brights on, you actually want to look towards the edge of the road away from the lights to try to keep your eyes from being, blinded.
Yeah.
And because the longer you're blinded, the more dangerous you are in a semi.
Yeah. Also, the semi has a lot of mirrors, but if you can avoid it, don't pass on their passenger side. And if you do pass on their passenger side, it's your only option, do it quickly.
Fast.
Do it
Yes,
quickly.
very fast.
All the way down.
You use all the
Pedal
pedal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All the pedal.
Mhm.
But those are some general, etiquette ideas. And
Yeah. So, yeah, if you have any specific questions about semis,
Well, she-
semi etiquette.
she just said the semi tried to run me off the road.
Oh,
Were you in his blind
I
spot?
don't know why. Maybe he didn't
Mm.
see you, or you did something unknowingly, and he's one of those jerks out there that just wanted to be a jerk.
right.
And he's like, well, you're not going to help me. I'm not going to help you. I'm going to force my way.
Yeah, it's
But yeah,
so. Yeah, I mean, it's
She said that was super helpful.
good.
well, you're a super fan. Thanks, Katie.
Yes, I think she agrees to be revealed because she just called herself out and said
Yeah.
that she's the
That's
number one.
me with 3 exclamation points. I'm the number one fan. Although our son does hold the honor of being our very first ever commenter on a video.
Yes. He took all his stuff off. We told him we were going to have him on camera. Maybe when we sign off, you can come say goodbye.
Come say bye.
I don't know.
Well, do you want to know anything? Does any of our viewers or do any of you guys want to hear any of these lists?
I was
Cars
saying, I
going
don't-
away, cars coming in,
I don't have the chat open, so I can't see the chat.
most reliable or
No
most
one's-
unreliable.
No one said anything.
No one has said anything.
We're still
Okay,
at 8
let's-
strong.
Yeah, 8 strong. All right.
All right.
Loyal members.
Yes.
Let's see here.
Actually, no. I think we're 7 strong
Oh,
now.
no,
We just lost one.
Lost one.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wow.
Wow.
They're like, I'm not here to participate and do your show for you.
Katie said, commenting doesn't make you a number 1 fan.
I didn't say that. I didn't say it made him number
He was
one,
the
Katie.
First commenter.
I'm just saying he holds the honor of being the first to ever comment on a video. That doesn't make him number one. Aren't you in college?
Your mom goes go.
Mom is college.
Well,
Again, movie quotes. No one guesses our movie quotes.
It's
What's-
true. No one.
What's the most unreliable? Let's just.
You want to
Yeah.
hear those?
Yeah, let's do.
Yeah, so we
unreliable.
can. So if you bought a new car this year, we can crush your hopes and dreams.
Oh,
Potentially.
okay.
Yeah. All right. Least reliable
And
vehicles.
where's this
This is according
from?
to Kelley Blue Book Consumer Reports.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
So
So
it's
this is legit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Katie said, "Hey, no
Consumer-
need for insults."
Consumer Reports names 10 least reliable cars for 2024. I got to do this on my phone because I don't have it on here.
right.
So, reliability scores from 1 to 100. So, the higher the score, the least reliable it is. The first one is not good for me
Oh,
Uh-oh.
oh boy.
because I'm in the market for an overland vehicle.
Is it a Raptor?
No, it's a Jeep Wrangler.
Oh.
Oh.
Jeep
okay.
Wrangler.
We talked about this. They don't have
Yeah,
enough
yeah.
payload.
They don't have the payload, and we want a
Because I
bed.
know what payload is now.
Yeah,
Nice.
she knows what payload is now.
You're learning.
Yep.
I don't know what that is.
So a Jeep Wrangler. You don't know what a Jeep Wrangler is?
no, I don't know
No,
what a
payload.
payload is.
It's the
How
amount
much
of weight
weight?
you can put into the vehicle,
okay.
Including the people.
including the people, the fuel,
So we need a
everything.
big
So it's like,
payload.
here's a vehicle empty with no people or anything. And then how much stuff can I buy at Target to put in the back of
beef
this?
jerky.
Beef, all the beef
How much
jerky
weight of
and
beef jerky?
squid.
So every
That's-
vehicle is actually different because every vehicle, when it comes off the line, they all weigh different between a pound or 2 pounds.
I just realized what a standard testing method should be for when we do future vehicle reviews. We need to test the payload by stuffing as much beef jerky in there as we can.
That's
Beef jerky.
expensive. The beef jerky might
Yeah.
outcost the car. You're
That's true.
kidding.
Can-
That's true.
That's
Can we
fine.
just
We'll
put
just
a-
keep using it.
Can we
It's-
just put a cow
We
in
could-
the
I was
car?
gonna say we could just
Move
use a real
it.
cow.
We push it in the car.
We could do that.
beef
Um,
jerky before processing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, just spitballing ideas here.
All right, so the Jeep Wrangler has a reliability score of 27.
So it's in the middle ish.
Yeah.
Oh, about a quarter of the way up.
Yeah.
1 out of 100, right?
Yeah, out of 100. So 27 out of 100. The second one is the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Jeep is not starting off strong.
Oh,
No, it's not.
So the Jeep Wrangler, the Jeep Grand Cherokee. The number 3 is the Volkswagen Jetta.
Oh.
I've owned one of those and I can attest to it.
All right.
The number 4 is the Nissan Frontier, which is crazy because it's the brand new truck that just came out, which kind of
Right.
crazy, kind of makes sense because usually the first year of a vehicle
Yeah, there's a lot
has
of
the most problems.
a lot of glitches they have to work out.
Yeah. So the Nissan Frontier, the new, it's a pickup truck, midsize. The next one is another Jeep, the Jeep Grand Cherokee L. So you have the Grand
another
Cherokee, and the Grand Cherokee L is the longer version. It's like the new
Stretched.
Grand Wagoneer
It's
kind of.
the L.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes sense.
The next
Just
one on the list
Put
That-
pieces together over here.
kind of bums me out a little bit.
Is it another Jeep?
No, it's the Rivian,
Oh, no.
the R1T, which is the truck. There's an R1S, which is an SUV that we actually saw going down the road yesterday.
I've seen a Rivian truck.
Yeah. There is a
R1T,
Rivian
yeah.
truck rolling around town as an SUV. going
Nice.
around.
Wow.
Nice. Hopefully they
Um,
keep working.
The next one is the Volvo XC60. I don't know if that's a car or SUV. I think it's the
know.
cross country. I think it's the.
Let's look it up.
I think it's the wagon.
Google it.
Google.
Yeah.
Volvo XC. What was it?
Google knows you're
XC60.
Googling.
Let's see here. It looks like it's an SUV type of vehicle.
Is it?
Oh,
Oh, that's their wagon.
okay. But there you go.
Yeah. Okay, so I got this pulled up on the screen so we can actually
We'll have to keep looking
screen
up
record.
all the cars and see if we can.
The next one is this one's odd because we were talking about it was probably the best of both worlds a
Oh,
couple
no.
weeks ago. The Ford F-150 hybrid
Oh.
because we were trying to talk
This
getting
one?
attacked by Garland.
Yeah, I guess so.
But we were talking a couple weeks ago about if you're going to get a gas or an electric,
Yeah.
go hybrid. If you want to start in the electric realm, if you want to go down that road.
Right.
Next one after that is the Volkswagen Taos.
Taos?
Taos. Road.
Like
Road.
California, New Mexico.
Taos? Is that how you say it?
New Mexico.
I was, I was looking it up and it popped up New Mexico as the
What
first
is
option.
What's what is the Volkswagen Taos?
That's, let's see.
It's like somebody tried to spell toes and sneeze when they wrote it down.
Looks like a,
Tea on toast.
let's say it looks
Yeah,
like
they-
a little,
Yeah. They tried to write the word toast and ran out of ink in their pen.
You know when you say something and you mix the words together, maybe they were trying to say toes, but they said toast, and then it got all mixed. And it was toast.
house.
Yeah. Like when people take like celebrities and mix their names together, like Brangelina.
Branch.
But it's an
Is that a
SUV.
fucking cringe in one show? It's an SUV?
Yeah, looks
Oh,
like
so
it.
it's like a miniature Atlas.
Yeah.
I thought that was the Tiguan. Is it smaller than the Tiguan?
No idea.
Oh, whatever. The
Factuals.
next one is, or the last one, the Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid. I'm surprised there's
Mm.
not more Chrysler type vehicles on here.
That's true. Yeah. I never thought of Chrysler as being a particularly reliable brand, but at the same time, don't really hear necessarily a lot about them being unreliable.
Yeah. Yep.
So, all right. Well, if you bought one of those cars recently, I'm sorry.
Cry yourself to sleep.
Yep. Don't.
Yep.
But wait, isn't there more in 24?
Oh gosh.
You can trade it in. There's new stuff all the time.
You
That's
can
true.
you can trade it in for one of the new models.
But would
Do you want to know what's the most reliable?
Yeah, let's do most reliable.
I mean,
That way, if you bought one of the most reliable cars, you can be happy.
yeah, you can
Yay.
brag to all your other people.
All of your
All right, let me pull this up. Kelly Blue Book unveils. Well, these are best. I don't want Best Buy winners. I want most reliable.
most reliable vehicles.
Somebody didn't do their research.
I did do my research. It's on my phone.
Watches
It's
they're
on.
all
It's on my
We're
phone. That's
live.
why I did my research.
We're live. This
We
is
are
not
live.
recorded.
we're failing live.
It's right here. Okay.
I would say you don't have to look it up on the
Also,
iPad.
Kelly Blue Book. Top 10 most reliable vehicles.
Are they all Honda and Toyota?
There are a large number of Toyota.
I could
No
see that.
surprise.
Yeah.
What
Shocker.
about the Odyssey?
There is no
Honda.
2016 Honda Odyssey. 2006 Honda Odyssey,
Aw.
which is in Stick Around Brown, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Oh yeah, I've seen that vehicle a number of times. All right, so number one, reliability score 1 to 100, also from Kelly Blue Book. So same website, same people that did the studies.
Right.
With a score of 87, is the Toyota 4Runner.
Ah.
SUV 4Runner.
Yep.
Number two, also with a score of 87, is the Toyota Camry Hybrid.
Ha.
No, okay, so we have a one hybrid that was unreliable, and now we got a hybrid. that-
F-150 hybrid, one of the least reliable.
Trust
And we did-
versus car.
Well, we did also talk about recently that Ford's quality has been going down, unfortunately.
That's true.
So, come on, Ford, pick it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mr. Mustang over here needs a new car.
I want a reliable Mustang when I get one.
Right. We did talk about getting that Toyota Camry to the hybrid.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the
RAV4.
Corolla thing.
Oh,
The Corolla Cross, whatever it was called.
maybe it was a Corolla. I don't know.
What was the
I
one
don't
you were?
remember.
I don't know anymore.
When we were getting the Maverick, are you talking about? You're talking about when we bought the
No,
Maverick?
like
Mm-mm.
4 weeks ago when you're looking at getting.
That was 4 weeks
RAV4.
ago. What kind of memory do you think I have?
You're younger than me.
Not my head doesn't say that. I'm balder than you two.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, number 3. Anybody want to guess on the manufacturer?
Honda.
Another Toyota.
Another. I was
Toyota
thinking
Camry. So the non-hybrid Camry. So number 1's Toyota 4Runner. Number 2, Camry hybrid. Number 3, Camry non-hybrid.
I'm noticing a theme here.
There's a trend. So
Toyota.
right now we're at 4 Toyotas.
Nice.
The next one is the BMW X5, which
Ah,
blows my mind because BMWs are not known for their reliability.
right?
I mean, some of them
They're-
they're such a hit and miss. It's a 50-50 with Beamers.
Yeah.
If you do get one that breaks,
Mhm.
you're buying another car to fix it. It's so expensive to fix those.
Yeah, and then their whole thing is that they're like a driver's car too. Like they're not
Yeah.
trying to promote reliability.
Yeah. The next one, Subaru Forester,
Oh, Subaru, yeah.
Aw.
which is what your parents drive.
Is
No, they
it
have the Outback.
Forester? Yeah. I was
They have
gonna
the Outback.
But
My
it's a
apologies.
Subaru.
JK.
Yeah.
JK.
But it's a Subaru.
Subarus have been pretty well known for reliability.
Yep. So there's 6. So 4 of the top 6 so far are Toyota.
Hmm.
Number 7, Toyota.
Toyo.
Toyota RAV4,
The RAV4.
which is what
That's-
you wanted.
That's what I want.
Yep, that's what
But
Jen
did that one
wants.
have a pumpkin?
It depends if it's
Jen's
all-wheel
No,
drive.
we
or-
did look it up.
pumpkin.
It does have a pump. Like
Yeah.
depending on what you get,
Yeah,
it
a
has
pumpkin.
a pumpkin.
Depending on what you get, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
A pumpkin? Oh, it's a
I know
differential.
like the thing that grows out of the ground.
No, it's a differential.
So
It's a differential.
If you if you
Yeah,
look
those
under
were
a
my
car,
questions too.
if you
I
look
was
under
like,
the
wait,
back of the
what?
car
Yeah.
and you had the axle between the wheels, the big circle thing, the big ball in the center of the axle,
Okay, I've never noticed that.
that's a
before.
pumpkin.
Okay,
Okay,
Pumpkin.
I didn't even know.
I'll show you on a truck on the way home because you
Sure
can
you
usually
will.
see them in the back underneath the trucks.
I'll look up car pumpkin. Oh, that's it's
You're
just
looking up real
was-
pumpkins with
I was gonna
cars
say,
in
that,
the
that,
car.
that just happened to show me pumpkins with cars on it, so you know.
Because that's where my brain went.
Just
Me
type
and
in-
Google
Just
think
type in
alike.
axle or truck axle or
We are
something.
professional, guys.
Google and
We're
I think alike.
professional.
Because
Wow.
that's
Yeah,
the images
okay.
that popped up in my head too.
Let's see here.
Or
Is
like
there
on
is there one
Cinderella when
is there
the
one that's
carriage
not
turned
open?
into a
Okay,
pumpkin.
so
Yeah,
Okay,
there
so
you
see
go.
this?
It turned
That-
into a
that big round
vehicle.
yeah, can you see on the
Part-
screen there, Jen?
Yeah,
the circular,
yeah.
the big ball looking
Yeah.
thing in the middle of the
Okay.
axle.
This
It's right in between the wheels
So
and the
that's
axle.
the
Okay, so what's the
pumpkin.
purpose of a pumpkin?
That's where the gears are.
Yeah, so
Mm.
so what it does is the power from the engine goes through the transmission, through the drive shaft, into the front of the pumpkin, and then it splits that out sideways to the 2 wheels. That's the purpose of the pumpkin.
Oh. Car education.
Yeah.
Yay.
Wow. Yay.
Yay.
That's got to be on something somewhere.
Something so yeah, car education.
Car
Um,
education.
Another merch
And on the
idea.
back it says, "Yay."
Car
It's kinda like,
education, yay.
You see all those people that don't, like you, like aren't really huge into sports. And you're like, go sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
Get the points on the
get
thing.
the ball.
That's how they are with the cars.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Go cars.
Yay. Education.
As long as
okay.
So-
I get in it and it starts and it gets me where I'm going.
Uh-huh. Exactly. And as long as
number-
it has a big enough cup holder too, that'd be nice.
Cup holders.
Yes,
Yeah.
And the
cup
pedal
holders
goes all
are
the way down.
important.
Yes.
Which unfortunately the Lexus LFA, my proclaimed best car, does not have cup holders.
What?
Not a best car.
But
Well,
it is
probably because
It can't be a best
For it-
car.
for its purpose. It
For
is
its purpose.
incredible.
You can't have a caveat.
No.
That's why I picked the TRX because it can do everything well.
Except
right,
beat
but
an
if you
LFA
have no
around a
cup
racetrack.
holders, then
No, but it
there's
can
no
do
drinks
everything
allowed,
well.
Therefore, you don't have to clean it like you would because there's no spillage. So there are
Oh.
definitely no cups allowed.
We're
There you go.
Camelback.
Just like some
That's what I was
houses
thinking
are
too,
a no
Camelback.
shoes allowed household.
Yeah.
Jason's car would be just a no cups allowed household.
Oh.
There you
Or
go.
car.
Household.
Not
You're gonna be,
household. car.
you gotta be a
Car
home.
He
hold.
might have to
'Cause
live
you
out
have to
of
be-
it, depending on how much it costs.
An
'cause I don't know how
LFA
much
is
those
one of the
cost.
Oh,
most
it's
expensive.
very
He may
expensive.
have to live out of it. if he
LFAs
buys
are
it.
they over a
So-
million?
The LFA.
They,
They-
Lexus LFA I think is over $1 million.
Okay,
They-
yes,
they-
then
they
you
weren't
would probably have to
originally.
live out of it.
Yeah, but they've
Sorry,
gone
yeah.
up in price since.
No cups.
No
Yeah.
kitchen.
No cups. No cups for you.
No toilets.
Yeah, no toilets. You can't use your Mascadoo.
Oh no.
We have a camping toilet.
Well,
you
you-
can borrow.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What? So continue.
Number 8 of the most reliable is the Acura RDX,
Ooh, Acura.
Acura.
which is a Honda.
Ah.
Just like
It's a
Lexus,
fancy
is,
Honda,
just
yeah.
like a Lexus is a Toyota.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Number 9, Toyota Corolla.
Oh, look at that.
But you know.
Mm-mm-mm.
Number 10, with a score of 75 out of 100, is the Toyota Highlander Hybrid.
Another
Toyota.
hybrid.
In other words, if you want some of the most reliable vehicles, trust in Toyota.
Just
Yeah.
buy a Toyota.
But everybody,
Camry.
if you've known anything about cars, you've known that forever. Toyota's just proven reliability.
Yep.
There's actually a guy, I was telling Erin about this while we were talking about vehicles and she was glazed over. Um, there's a
Ooh, now
guy
I want
who,
donuts.
Ooh,
Now,
that sounds so
we should have got
good.
donuts.
We should have gotten donuts.
Christmas
I
donut.
brought you a gift. Where's my donuts? I'm just
You
kidding.
may have to drive me to Wichita so
Okay.
you can get Krispy Kreme.
Okay. We'll get Krispy Kreme.
There you go.
Um, but we were talking about, I was going over different trucks and vehicles, and I said, the Toyota Tundra,
Hmm.
I said it's full size, so it would limit the type of trails and the maneuverability. But
Right.
the payload is really high.
Mm-hmm.
And Toyotas have reliability. And I found this article where a guy drove his across the nation, averaged 127,000 miles a year,
Wow.
and he got it regularly serviced. So nothing fancy, crazy, special, just normal routine maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
Put over 1 million miles on it, and the thing still looked and drove like it was new.
Wow.
And so when he took it in for his million plus whatever mile service, Toyota surprised him and gave him a brand new Tundra
Well, that's cool.
in exchange for the one he drove over 1 million miles for
They're-
his, for
We
his
need
loyalty.
to do that.
They-
We need to do that with the Atlas.
That thing's not going to
Just
go a
keep
million
it.
miles.
Oh, it will because I'll make it.
No.
We're
You'll-
keeping that
you'll-
thing forever.
You'll get under the hood and push it if you have to.
Well, no, if we do our regular service, maybe they'll give us like their new Volkswagen van that's coming out. So we
Oh,
just have
that
to keep
is-
it long enough so that we get a van in its place.
That is one of the
I would
electric
love to have that.
vehicles that I said I would not mind having is the new ID Buzz.
And it's probably the only van you wouldn't mind having as well.
Then
It's
I
the only
could put
van.
Daisies on it. And
It would have to be pastel yellow.
no, it wouldn't.
Huh.
No, there
Huh.
might be a pastel yellow daisy on it, but the whole thing is not going to be yellow.
No, it's two-toned. The top is white.
I understand, but no.
You can do like a bird. What color would you want?
I will paint it. Will they let
Paint-
me design my own? I want to design my own.
Yeah, you can build and price your own.
You can
no,
get
no,
it
no, no.
wrapped.
I want to like custom paint it. Can you paint on cars with acrylic paint, or does
You
it
can do
come
whatever.
off-
I mean, I wouldn't recommend it.
Well,
You can
that's
do
my
whatever you
medium of
want.
choice. That's my medium of choice. So, do they
Wow.
have? Do we need to
Tell you
look
what,
this up?
You could
Do they
practice on the
have
Atlas.
paints that you can paint on vehicles with like
Yeah.
a brush?
Yeah,
they
they do.
have vehicle paints.
Yeah, pinstriping. They used to do hand pinstriping.
Yeah.
Pinstriping's kind of gone away actually,
Yeah.
but
Pimp My Ride isn't on anymore.
right.
Yeah.
There was a YouTuber out there. Their channel's called Nerdborge, and she gifted her brother a car, but she drew a whole bunch of like anime characters on it and made it like
Nice.
like really pink and stuff
Uh-huh.
like that. But I don't know what paint she used. But
Yeah.
yeah, you.
I mean,
can.
I need to look into that for when we get our bug van.
Buzz.
I mean, you-
ID Buzz.
van. I
Yeah.
know, but when I think Volkswagen, I think of the bug or the beetle, and it's
Oh, what do you think of
Make it
bus
look like a ladybug.
with a Z?
but you probably could use acrylic paints as long as you put a good thick
sealant.
clear coat on it.
I think the Buzz is coming this next year, either 24 or 25.
Don't know.
Not available on Amazon.
Not available. now.
Maybe.
Not
maybe.
not for the first go around. I think it's on this list that I have.
This is cool though. You should do it like
Like the Scooby Doo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is.
Scooby Doo. Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah,
The electric
Or-
mystery machine.
Oh,
It'd
I'd
be
do the
very
18.
70s.
the 18.
Like,
The 18 would be
flower
good too. Yeah.
power.
so
Yeah.
that's it right there.
I know.
You need to have like shag interior.
It's not going to be yellow. There will be no yellow.
I like that blue.
The blue is nice.
It's got a surfboard on top.
I-
Surfboard.
Noise.
But-
Surfboard.
But if you want to do a complete custom design, you could get it wrapped. You could actually design it and have
What's
a company.
The fun
He
in
wants to
that?
paint
I
it.
want to paint
You want
it.
to actually
I
paint
want
it?
to paint it.
I mean, you can do that.
she wants to she wants to spend $55,000 estimated price and then paint
Uh-huh.
the van.
we'll make that
Well,
as
I
an
mean,
episode.
we'll probably get it years after it comes out, so it could be cheaper.
We'll make it as an episode. Aaron
That's true.
paints
Or
cars.
you just get me a classic one.
Those
That
are-
might be more
And then-
expensive.
Those are probably more expensive than this one.
Unless we get a junker one and we like put a new engine in it, then,
We gotta
then it won't matter if
We
you paint
gotta
it.
rebuild the body on the Wildcat first.
Yeah, that's true.
Can I paint that? I'm just kidding. I just want to see your
I
face.
better
I think
I
our
better
dad just
never
died.
You did.
I'm kidding.
find you
I'm
anywhere
kidding.
near that
I'm
car with a
kidding. I
paintbrush.
just wanted to see your face. It was a total joke. I would never do that.
We can hear our doorbell going off, and
I
your
would-
dad's at the door.
Yeah.
No.
I'm taking that car back.
Oh
I was
man.
kidding. It was a joke.
Oh man, is this
Just
should we
calm.
should we take
Calm.
our
Yeah,
Breathe.
you got a
should we
brain
take our exit
aneurysm
here?
right now.
Breathe.
should we take our exit?
Should-
Marriage counseling. Next step after Krispy Kreme.
Yeah,
Wow.
right. Marriage counseling exit.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I think with that we'll take our exit so we can take care of some things.
I need help.
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 Well, thank you for joining our live stream today.
and all getting through all the technical difficulties
Yes,
and
hanging in
being
there.
patient with
Yes.
us.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So yeah,
And
thank you, Aaron, for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
Yes,
absolutely.
I'm sure we'll hopefully have you on more often because people seem to like you.
I'm a likable
I know I
person.
sure do. Yes, you are. Let's go get a room. I'm just kidding.
What?
What?
Okay, bye
Donuts.
everyone.
Donuts. We're going
Donuts.
for
We're going for Krispy Kreme.
Bye.
Krispy Kreme after this.
I'm
Krispy
gonna
Kreme.
stop.